All right, let's get into it, shall we? So here's the school review from Wolfson. Literally, look up Wolfson High School, Jacksonville, Florida on Google. Scroll to reviews, and it's the first review you'll see. It says, as per my experience, I say the earnest that whatever charm this school had has been ruined by the negligence or neglect, no, it's negligence, and manipulation of the current principal. And let me stop right there reading that for anybody who, again, might be interested in my analyzation of that. Because that's literally how, God bless my alma mater, as I've mentioned my alma mater countless times on this channel, that's exactly how my alma mater feels. Now, again, how do I know that? I got friends that go there, who they speak to me, and I've read the reviews. And that's exactly how our school feels. I'll read that part for you again. As per my experience, I say with earnest that whatever charm this school had has been ruined by the negligence and manipulation of the current principal. Literally, that sounds like my school. My alma mater. Wilson's not my alma mater, but I'm not going to mention my alma mater in this video. Or at least I'll try not to. If you know if you watch previous videos, you know my alma mater. Okay. To continue. Since he arrived, the morale has plummeted and continues to spread its cancerous seed throughout the student body and facility. Pretty sure they meant to say students and facility. That's what they meant to say. I just added the body part, but you get the point. Now I'll stop again. That sounds so much like and too much like my alma mater. Again, I have friends there, and they've told me things exactly like this. And this is what I mean when I say that this is a school in Jacksonville that I'm reading from. But I'm comparing it to my alma mater. And that's what I'm trying to explain there when I keep telling people. And I've said in countless school reviews or countless videos. Ladies and gentlemen, someone explain to me why in God's name our schools are run by corrupt crooks. Why do our district offices go out of their way to hire corrupt crooks? And why do our district offices only care about numbers? Oh, wait a minute. Because they love their filthy raises. Keep the corruption going, translations, what they believe in. But, yeah, I hate that. I hate it reading this review last Friday. Because it literally directly reminded me of my alma mater. Directly reminded me of my alma mater. I hated reading this review for this exact reason. I hated it. You know. Because this is not the legacy that I left behind, not the legacy I built. And I hate this. I absolutely hate this. But as I continue, it says, seeking to bring this school to the heightened prestige of Paxton and Stanton, the current principal relies on censorship and appearance. Now, definitely to all my middle schoolers out there at the top one that I promote on this channel, I have heard that too many times at that school. Too many times. Too many times. Literally, the exact same words, if not similar words, censorship and appearance. That's literally, this whole school review literally is how St. Johns County School District on various levels is run. They're relying on censorship and appearance to make us look better than what we actually are. Which is why, and again, I love my alma mater. I love St. John's County School District. I will always represent it as a proud ambassador, so don't get me wrong about that. But I'm definitely saying in terms of, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I meant when I said in a previous video, which you'll probably never find because I put it under unlisted. This is what I meant when I said that St. John's County School District, or at least majority of our schools, if not certain ones, they're probably C- at best and D+ at worst. Because this is exactly what some of our schools, if not all of our schools, rely on. They rely on censorship and appearance. Literally. They rely on, because again, if you drive up to my alma mater, if you drive up to it, you would think you're probably in a utopia. You would probably think you're going to be taken care of. You're in a paradise. You're in a kingdom. my kingdom, as I called it, you would think that you have hit your peak of where you could be or where you want to go. You would think that. At least I think you would. But then when you get in there and you realize they only care about numbers and statistics and pay raises and all that other crap, you realize this is exactly what they're relying on to keep that. Censorship and appearance. Like I've literally posted on my Snapchat last Friday when I was reading this school review, or a couple weeks ago. It's like saying, just show up for a dress rehearsal. When we get new people wanting to come, just show up for dress rehearsal. And then other than that, we'll just keep on falsifying numbers. Censorship and appearance. But the censorship part makes so much sense because that's what I've heard at the middle school. Censorship. They don't even care about your opinions. They don't want you to have an opinion. You voice something that's clearly factual, and they'll still shut you down because they don't want you to even be heard. They want you to sit in your tiny little cubicle, your tiny little bubble, and fit in with the rest. What that means is they want you to be a robot. They want you to be a drone. They want you to, they don't look at you as a person. They look at you as nothing but, that's a waste of space. Amongst other things that I can name there. And again, I don't like saying these things, but this is just the facts of what life truly is inside of some of these schools. And I hate it. Especially because, again, I understand they turned Wolfson into a magnet school to try to bring it up to exactly what the school review says. Up to the heightened prestige of a Paxton and a Stanton. Think about that. So I understand, there's a lot of things that have to go on and that have to happen in order for you to do that. But you don't get there through censorship and appearance. I mean, partially appearance, but that's why I say partially. But you definitely you don't get it through that. Unless, like I said before, like St. Johns County at times, you're trying to falsify numbers and hope people are dumb enough to keep buying into it without asking any questions. And then when you get in, you hate it and you wish to leave. So, let's get into it even deeper. Or let's keep on reading it. Okay. Sorry. So, it continues to say, the denial of the issues at hand for an easy way. Okay, actually, that doesn't make sense unless I read the whole thing. Seeking to bring the school to heightened prestige of Paxton and Stanton, the current principle relies on censorship and appearance, the denial of the issues at hand for an easy way. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the top problems that exists within so many of not only our schools, but our offices, our businesses, and so much more. You cannot do that. Wow, I just spit on the camera doing that. That's the problem. That's our number one problem. Censorship and appearance, denial of current issues for an easier way. No wonder why these kids will never heal. No wonder why these kids always go out there and commit crimes and do drugs and amongst other things. Because you're not giving them any support at home. And let alone, you're ostracizing them even more at school so they feel like they have no way out. But to just keep following what everybody else has done. And it says to continue, shutting its doors to troubled children for its image. Let me read that again. Shutting its doors to troubled children for its image. Why do I hate reading that? Ladies and gentlemen, I had a friend that went to my alma mater, and supposedly she was supposed to return for her sophomore or her junior year. Currently she's, I don't know where else, but I had a friend, and still have a friend, and she was supposed to, so she was trying to get back into the school, sophomore, junior year, one of those two, after she had previously moved to Georgia. Oh, that's my dog. I gotta end this video in a minute to let my dog use the, use the bathroom, go out to do her business. But supposedly my alma mater did not let her back in. My alma mater was supposed to let her back in. Don't know why. Didn't know why they didn't know how they were allowed not to. You know, but supposedly one of my friends had left the school, you know, because she had moved to Georgia, and then she was supposed to come back for her sophomore, her junior year, and supposedly my alma mater did not let her back in. And this reminds me of exactly that when it says, it's not that she was a truly troubled child, but she definitely became, you know, troubled in some ways, as I last heard. She became troubled in some ways. And so that's how that makes me feel when I read shutting its doors to troubled children for its image. That's so corrupt. That is so corrupt. That is so corrupt. At least if you were to ask me. I mean, again, we're talking about our own students. God bless politics, but we're not talking about illegal immigrants here. We're talking about our own students, our own community people, our own community's children. We're not talking about illegal immigrants here. God bless politics, but we're not talking about illegal immigrants here. We're talking about our own students, our own Native American citizens. At the very least, our own American citizens. How can we do this? How? So 11 minutes into this. So the infamous principal, I don't know if this is the principal's name, but the infamous principal Begley dares to disrespect the lives of his students and ignore our pain in such a way that spits in the face of the First Amendment. Okay. And again, that reminds me of multiple school reviews I've read, because multiple school reviews I've read have literally said that the administration is corrupt, the principal doesn't care, and they're running a corrupt ship. I said ship, by the way. They're running a corrupt course the whole way through. They are doing exactly what this review said. They are shutting their doors to troubled children for their image. And the infamous principal Begley dares to disrespect the lives of his students and ignore their pain in such a way that it spits in the face of the First Amendment. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of our schools are guilty of that exact crime. At least if you were to ask me. They're guilty of that. And it says, to expose his lack of care, I need to not look further than the national walkout on March 14th, 2018, where Begley and his closest staff secluded participating students in one hallway and picked out certain students to report to the nearby news anchor with what they were allowed to say. Let me read that again. The national walkout on March 14th. Participating students in one hallway and picked out certain students to report to the nearby news anchor with what they were allowed to say. Okay, I'm about to go and take my dog out. I need to stop this video. Let's take my dog out. Sorry if you've heard my dog moan a little bit more than once, and I didn't stop the video prior to, but now I definitely need to so I can attend to her. So God bless everybody. Yeah, she's begging me to stop. Okay, God bless. More coming soon.